Yes, let's talk about madness. I wanted to share with you my madness. If I if I can come across to you with entertainment, example, if I told you I was a madman, I had murdered somebody, I was in prison, somebody came to interview me from one of the networks, you would love that, wouldn't you? You would eat it up. You're not going to get that here. You're not going to want to hear what I have to say. Probably. But if I was that inmate that got, who was a serial killer, I could have easily become that. I could have easily become that. Well, maybe not me easily. I had consciousness straight since I had consciousness since the beginning, so it turns out that I would not be that serial killer. But if I were entertaining, fun, you can look at me in my my suit, my jumpsuit, my orange jumpsuit, and be like, he's evil. Clear to see that. It's been written all over the place that he's done what he's done. And yeah, maybe I did do what I did. And maybe I was a serial killer. I was a murderer. Why do we get entertained by that? He is a madman. He killed people. That's easy to do. Much more easy to do than you perhaps will ever realize in your modern, comfortable lives. It's been happening since the beginning. There are curlers, yes. If you go to a hair salon, you're gonna get a lot of serial curlers. They might give you a funky haircut, and you might feel like your life was taken away because they ruined your hairdo. Oh, seriously though. How do you know that I'm not a serial killer? Can you tell by my eyes? It's too easy to go, that's so interesting. You can see how twisted and how quickly the human animal can go astray. We're all astray. So I'm going to share with you how difficult it is for me and has been for me since the beginning of me, which is only almost a half century. That's a long time to be alive on this earth. Awake. It's a long sentence. I've been mad the whole time. Those of you who have listened to me, you hear about the hell home I grew up in. I'm so tired. Can you tell? It's very difficult to keep your energy optimal when you are a wild animal, such as I am, living in a concentration camp, a zoo. Put it however you will. It is not easy to coexist with my fellow human beings who are domesticated. It was not easy to free myself from the human zoo, from domestication. I am a wild animal. But maybe it would be easier for you to tune in if I had committed horrible, horrendous murders, and you can just point your finger at me and go, oh, this is scary. I'm glad he's behind bars. He's a madman, and condemn him to hell, and I hope that his public execution, which isn't public anymore, but he is executed by the state, comes soon, and we can read about it in the paper and be like, oh, I'm glad he's gone. On to the next news article. We don't want the actual thing. We don't want reality. We don't want the real thing. No, we don't. Let's say the real thing started to happen to you. You started to lose your mind. Is that what's happening out there now? With the beautiful year of 2020? Are we losing our collective minds? It's happened before. Will we be able to go back to our Disneyland reality? We've been very good at escaping. We are professional escape artists. We have created this human zoo which equals domestication. Domestication. That is, it's very clear to see that, isn't it? Animals out there. Our civilization is domesticated. Isn't that what civilization means? That's what it is. How do I exist in a civilization which is domestication? Can you see that? How do beings such as me keep their vitality when we are put into a cage and told to do as we're told to do? That's why my energy is low. Constant fight. I don't want to constantly fight just to simply exist for survival. I don't want to simply survive. I want to live. But human beings don't like living. They love to exist. They are okay with simple survival. They want comfort. They want to continue to what they would call living in comfort. They don't want to. You don't want to. Am I right when I tell you that you don't want to discover the wild animal that you are? Does it mean that you are imbalanced, that you are a savage animal that should be contained and tranquilized? This is all too much. So what is madness for me? I wanted to share that with you. Madness is so stereotypically one way, isn't it? I don't know, you tell me. Vincent van Gogh, a madman. Clearly, he cut off his ear. Damn it, Vincent. You shouldn't have cut off your ear. I don't care how much pain you were enduring to bring vision to this uncivilized civilization. You wild, beautiful soul. If only you had not written down your life, and only if you had not cotton off your ear. Cotton off your ear. Cotton. Slavery. How many beautiful souls came out of slavery? How much beautiful art came out from slavery? But they were wild beasts that needed to be enslaved. In a way, Vincent was just the same. He proposed to Christianity itself. Hey, I am an actual Christian. I am going to give everything away. Save nothing for myself. No comfort. I am going to give all of the way to the poor and preach the word correctly. Is that a way to put it? Oh no, you can't do that, Vincent. It threatens the system. It threatens our organization, the way we have organized this religion, the way we have the way we have domesticated Christ himself. We need to organize it in such a way where, don't take it literally, Vincent. Sorry, you went too far. You can't be in our organization anymore. You were too Christ-like. You hung out with the slaves too much. You needed to keep separate yourself from the slaves, the coal miners, the slaves of that time. You were too much like them. You got too much coal on you, too much dirt and grit, and you painted them correctly. I don't know if he was painting those as he was trying to preach to them the word of God. Poor Vincent. Your madness was unrealized. No one's going to want to go where you have gone, but they want to be able to exploit you, your life, and they want to be able to profit off of you, your life, and benefit from your madness. You finally understood, Vincent, that it was a lost loss. You could not get through to them. Just as love is a give. Are you waiting to receive that which you have given in the name of love from somebody else? What you want to have in return for what you have given? Same thing. Vincent finally understood. Oh, I get it. I get it. They not have the ability to receive me. I'm too threatening. I'm too much. I understand, Vincent. I have felt the same. And through that, I have felt lonely. I'm not lonely anymore, but I do live with aloneness. It is hard to exist in a human zoo that is what we are really in. That is our reality. You do not want to hear the truth of this. Clear to see that we are domesticated. Have we domesticated ourselves? You tell me. You don't even want to look into this on your own. It's too frightening. And when you get into it, the nightmare is not only true, it becomes your reality if you actually completely go all of the way into it. And I have encouraged you to do so. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. I do. I wish madness upon you, and you are not my worst enemy. I wish the madness that I have gone through and continue to go through upon you, because it seems that that is the only way that we are going to be able to wake up into all of this life, all of the way, to be present completely in our pig pens. We do live as pigs, and we are domesticated, and we take care of ourselves and one another very similarly as we take care of the pigs that we eat, and we do all of the other things that we do to them, such as Elon Anal Scent Gland Musk has done to the pigs he uses for his Neuralink. Link up already, people. Neuralink, fucking crazy human beings. You sick, crazy human beings. Following someone such as him, we are lost. And I'm nobody telling you this. I'm nobody. You don't want to listen to me. The interesting thing about my fascinating madness is this. I want to share it with you. All right, let's talk about Elon. I don't know much about Elon Anal Scent Gland Man much, okay? I've watched some videos. Has he been on TED Talks? I know he's been on talks to where other billionaires speak with him about the state of existential crisis. Are we in an existential crisis? Yes. We will always be in an existential crisis because we are humans who have been domesticated. Who's domesticated us? We are factually domesticated beings. Look into that. Find that out for yourself. I'm not domesticated. Bitch. Yeah, okay. All right, so I don't know anything about Elon. I know he's an imbecile. He's a robot. And he's worshipped. He is the trouble we are in. His madness is not clear. And I'm going to say that my madness is clear. My madness is all-encompassing madness. All right, let's get into that. What do I mean by that? I lost my identity. Oh, not just my wallet or my identification. I lost what most people in a state of comfort want to attain. They want some enlightenment. They want to be enlightened. No, you don't. You want some madness? No, you don't. You have no idea what you are asking for. Do you want to be in a reality where everything breaks apart, where your identity, your solid ground that you stand on, everything that has been given to you, all of you, your entire being, this body, that's all you have, it falls apart. A never-ending bad trip, if you've ever been on a trip. We need to hold our so-called geniuses, and there is no such a thing as a god-fucking genius. Elon Anal Set Gland Man, that guy, he's a genius. He's a fucking robot. I'm getting tired of speaking to myself. That's where I feel like I don't belong here. I can't speak to beings that can understand what I'm saying because you have to go through it. And when you go through it, you come back with nothing. Do you really want enlightenment? Do you want spirituality? No, you don't. You, all of us, collectively, us, the human animal, without division, us, we do not want to be awake or enlightened. We would have already done it by now. We know what we have to do in order to do it. You have to pull the trigger on your domesticated reality. You have to pull the trigger all the way. You have to lose your entire self. Go into chaos. Absolutely. Sorry, there's no having both. There's no having the lovely, comfortable self, the self that gets success out there in this miserable world. I'm sorry, there's none of that. No, you lose everything and you can't come back with... You can't come back. Nor would you want to come back. Do you think I wanted to come back? Think that I wanted to come back from the ecstasy of being one with the unknown? I came back by way of madness and had to go into that over and over and over again in order to never forget that in order to come back, you can never be a self again. You can never be an individual again. I want to share with you my madness because it's not a stereotypical madness. It is the madness that you are in and cannot even sense. It is the madness of a genius that doesn't exist. There are no geniuses here the way we are. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I am this person who's trying to get across something to all of us, to all of you, that is self-evident. We are silly. We're so little. And yet we worship People like Elon, billionaires, incredibly smart and clearly insane. How can you say that Elon is insane? I just saw it recently again. He was trying to recruit young people, old people, whatever, people to work on his Neuralink. We have to symbiotic relationships with it before artificial intelligence takes over existential crisis, and we have to go to Mars, and we have to carve into the human brain. Fucking really? You're dealing with a wild animal. The human being, period, collectively, the human being is a wild animal. And look what happens to that wild, beautiful spirit animal when we domesticate it. You name the mental illness, and that what is becomes of us. My madness is not schizophrenia. It's not bipolar disorder. It's not any of the things that happen to us because of domestication. I simply am a wild animal, and my madness comes from the understanding that I am all of the way, all of this, the wild world, the natural world. How do you deal and how do you... I was afraid many times of being put away into an insane asylum, just as Vincent. Look back now at Vincent. How is it that we, as a society, said, oh, you're crazy? On with our little lives. I am a postman. I am a whatever you are in that society that they lived back then, and now we live now. Oh, I am this and you are that. You're a madman because you're so strange and you're straying from the way we have prepared all of this for you, Vincent. Why are you going away from this? We have made it to where if you cross that line, you will be put away. All I am trying to do, Vincent says, is provide all of you with a new way of looking at a fucking flower. The beauty of that, you, the wildness of the cosmos. Because you have the inability to see right in front of you reality without your stagnation and your concrete. Poor Vincent. No. Vincent got to see the truth. Poor you. Poor civilization. You're in a true mental institution. You are the creator and you're in a madhouse. Don't raise your voice. Have you noticed politicians, Elon Musk, the way they present themselves, the ties, the suits, the presentations, the organizations for which they can project themselves throughout the media of the world and become this powerful, extremely powerful influence on all of us because you fucking follow it. This is why I'm doing this, perhaps. I don't want to do this. It's needed. There are not enough of us standing up to ourself, the human being, and saying, you can't do that anymore. Do you realize, beings of Earth, that we are not going to be existing for very much longer like this? Do you think I care if we exist for very much longer in these bodies? No, I'm good to go. I am that wild spirit, but you, all of us collectively, billions and billions, the mass collective, are still in our little pods, in our little cocoons, scared completely to, I can be free, but I'm just this. I am all that. I'm just this inheritance. No, you are. I want to say powerful, right? I can't just tell you how powerful you are. You won't believe me. Believe. It's not about belief. You will not. You have to go into all of this all of the way to find out how you are literally too much to handle. Your nervous system, your measly little nervous system is not equipped to handle all that you really are. Oh, I'm just human. No. No. Let's say God. Why are we worshiping a God from a safe place? God's somewhere out there. No. Let's just use the word God. God consciousness. You're that. Let's put it that way. Atheist consciousness. Atheism. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know if Elon is an atheist or not. He's a prime example. That's all I'm putting. That's all I'm saying is he is a prime example. I don't know anything about him. I know that he's just really super smart. And he's worshipped. That seems correct. I don't know. But it's clear to see that he has not gone into reality itself, broken through that singular human reality. He has not freed himself of domestication. If he had, he would not be working on monkeys or pigs for his Neuralink. He would stand on that stage with it in his own fucking skull. If I am going to attack anybody, it has to be the genius of the world. That's appropriate, right? I'm not a bully. But I take this seriously. All right. What madness? What madness am I speaking about? Who am I? I'm nobody. That is the point. You go into the natural world, right? I want to go on a vision quest. I've been on vision quest. Not like that. It's not called that. I have given myself over to, call it reality, call it consciousness, call it the natural world, call it whatever you want, call it the cosmos. I want to see what's going on. I want to know what's going on here. I want to go all the way. You sure you want to go all the way? Yes, I want to go all the way. I don't want to go to college. I want to go, you can do it right now. I want to go completely into all of this. What is reality? What is consciousness? Well, glad you asked that. My spirit tells me. You want this? Yes, 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 yes. My ego and my spirit at the same time. Yes, 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 I want this. I was warned. I was out of body and I was amongst my, I don't know what they were. Were they my spirits? I don't know what they were. They were warning me. You sure you want to do this? I got what I asked for. Are you sure you want to do this? And I saw presented before me a landscape of the cosmos in space as I'm in it, very similar to Starry, Starry Night, paint your palette blue and gray. Chaos, madness. Once you do it, it cannot be undone. There was no hesitation. I went into that cosmos, into that reality, into that spirituality. And yes, I went mad. What kind of madness am I talking about? There is no definition for it. Do I need to look up from Webster, from people that have written down these words without experiencing what they are trying to define? No, I don't need to do that. That's insane, isn't it? I know what reality is. There I go. I just wrote it down. Way to go, human animal. You're amazing. Oh, I can write down what madness is and means because I have observed it. Observation has its place. It is a powerful tool. Not enough, though. Sorry, scientists. You don't know what madness is. The contradiction here. The ward of the state of the asylum and the inmates. Good for me. Thank goodness. By definition and by all that I've read about madness, I do not fit that criteria. Perhaps that is why I'm speaking about my madness as being clear. Let me help you out with that. Why do I call it clear? Because it was clear for me to see and experience throughout my entire nervous system. This is all we are, right? We're just these bodies, we're just these brains, we're just this. Well, this limited organism that we're in, I got to see completely, hey little human body, you cannot contain me. I'm chaos. I'm consciousness. I'm the cosmos. I am wordless. And I am going to mutilate your little self, your little life, your little self. I am going to chop that up into little bits and you will never be able to put it back together. And you will be forever exposed to and a scream, the existential scream that you hear within yourself, but it's a little bit hard to hear. It's way off in the distance in your heartbeat. But you feel all the symptoms of being so distant from the chaos of yourself. I'm not going to, this is madness speaking. I am not going to give you hallucinations, or you're not going to hear voices. You're not going to be paranoid that the police are after you and the FBI has your number and that madness. That madness is simply an extension of the collective civilized madness that we find ourselves bathing in, massaging one another in. That's just an extension of that little reality of madness. And don't get me wrong, if you're in that, it's fucking hell. I get it. No. This madness is not providing you with any of those delusions or illusion. This madness is going to show you that, or show you how little you are. And it's going to disable your nervous system. It's going to shut it off. I don't know if maybe not shut it off. It's going to stretch it. Your nervous system is going to snap. And how do you deal with that? You said you wanted it. Be careful what you ask for, right? I did want it, but I can't take this. This is me. Madness says, consciousness says, the cosmos says, yes, all of this and infinitely beyond your comprehension of more. I can't take that. And then you look what you're made of. I'm in this. But this is automatic. This is a puppet. Figure that out. How do I do that? Madness? There's no answer. Good luck. I want to no longer be here. This is too much. I want to self-murder. You can do that. Ha 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 ha. It's fine. And then cosmic laughter just is perfectly in line with all of this, aligned to your state of being through madness, and laughs the entire time. Do it, do it, do it. None of it matters. You are everything. Nothing to escape from. Nothing to escape into. No enlightenment to attain. No steps to do. I will simply crush you. Here's my friend Gravity. Good luck with Gravity. And then you are compressed. You are compressed into perception that is timeless, without eyes, without any reference to all of this physical reality that we speak of. Madness. Now try to go back and exist in a concrete reality inside of a prison, a human zoo, an insane asylum, with all of the rest of the people that think they have it together and they're working all automatically, and see all of the truth of that, and good luck. All right, let me see. It never leaves. There's no coming back. So when I have told you, lose your mind, there is a bit of hesitancy for me to want you to actually do that. But it's the only, I don't want to say it's the only way. But the pain, I don't know what's greater, the pain of seeing how divided we are, and seeing the truth that I do not matter. And I don't care about that. What I mean by I do not matter is that whatever I do, it's like the only reason why I'm still here is to be of service to humankind, and through the madness I've seen for myself, like there's no, they can't see what you're saying. You can't even see what you're saying. This is beyond all of this comprehension in the body. You see, I'm not coming from there is no agenda here. There's no side I want you to take. There's nothing. I have nothing to provide you with. There's nothing to attain. There's no right or wrong, no sides at all. I am simply trying to share with you that there is a human being that has lost it. And this human being who has lost it is very, very sane, as we even define sanity to be in our this. At the same moment, all right, what would you do? Can I put it that way? I'm so tired. We want it all, right? We want to be shook up, do we? Want to be shaken up to where we get excited and we get put on that edge. But we want to come back down, right? We don't want to continue to go and go and go and go and go. We want to have stability. We want to have security. And I'm telling you that as far as I can see, that doesn't exist. And if we want to be free of all this, we have to face all of this. And the only way that I have been able to face it is through humility. And the only way humility completely comes into being is through the loss of the self. You've heard of that, right? The loss of the self. Not simply the practice of the loss of the self. And maybe there's different ways of losing the self. But for me, it was annihilation, pure penetration into chaos itself, exposing itself with not a care for me at all, because life does not care about my feelings, and my life, myself, isn't life at all. It's a separate individual from life. It's inside the prison. We're inside a prison. Clear madness. Clear madness. All right. You see too much. You feel too much. Your senses, all of them, are snap. They snap. Your senses snap. Your nervous system snaps because you can see and feel and taste and hear and all. Everything is too much. You see the sun. I don't know what that is. And yet you still have this body. You still have the nervous system, the brain, the body. It's operating. It's doing what it does. It's fine. But it isn't. At the same time, the system's getting stretched and it snaps. The nervous system does snap, but consciousness is exposed to the unknown, and it's too much. You do not know. You're looking at the sun. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. And still your body is operating perfectly, walking perfectly. You know how it works. You can go from here to there, A to B, and you are automatic. It can just, it does it on its own. It's just not, it's not simply your the basic parts of your organs, breathing and so on, happening on its own. It's your life. It's your persona. It's your life. All that's happening without us. So that happens automatically. No big deal. It's the human machine, that which we're in. No big deal. So you see that it's all happening on its own, and then you get this awareness that just You see the sun, you don't know what it is. You're beyond the body now. You feel the wind. You don't know what it is. Everything, reality itself, existence itself, you do not know what it is. And your body, yourself, that little thing, holds on to everything that it thinks it knows, holds on to its little singular reality, holds on tight. That's a strong creature. The human creature, the human design, the body, the machine, that is a powerful prison. And it holds on tight. That's all it is. And it will fight all of the way. It will not let go. Everything coming in is unknown. But no, at the same time, the brain, the body is saying, no, I cannot deal with that. I am not programmed to deal with that. I cannot compute the unknown. So I am going to fight against you because my identity, my life is at stake here, and I am going to hold on because this is all that I am, and this is all that I know, and this is me. Period. Concrete. Madness. I'm stronger than you, little body. No. There you have the pain. The torture. The madness. Panic attack, panic attack, panic attack. Let's not go into the causes now. It doesn't matter. I'm exposed to chaos itself, consciousness itself, the cosmos consciousness itself. This is a bad trip. I want out, man. I want out. Okay, it's going to end in 4 hours. No, it never ends. It was a hard trip for 6 months straight, where there's no getting out of it. Constant madness, constant holding on. Constant, I'm not letting go. I cannot compute this. This is where it is clear madness. There is no delusion to go into. There is no illusion to create. There is no schizophrenia to go into. There is no paranoia to be had because there's nothing to compare. I can't be paranoid of anything unless I'm paranoid of existence itself. I won't go into that. Maybe that's what's going on. I wasn't paranoid. It was pure terror. When is the trip going to end? You entered and there's no exiting. I've really done it this time. Yes, you have. You've done it this time. I'm reliving in certain respects the last and the final. I don't want to say final. I can hit another state of madness very seriously, but I'm not going to stick around for that. I'm man overboarding. I am self-murdering. I can't handle that. It was needed for me to go through what I needed to go through to annihilate the ego, and it worked all too well. But I don't need to go through that again. I don't. It was impossible to come back from what I went through. I was not often some. I'm mad. I'm mad. It's like what? See Emily play. You know that Pink Floyd song? Emily tries but misunderstands. Ooh, something or another. Till tomorrow. I feel like that song was for Syd Barrett, who went mad, who was one of the original members of Pink Floyd. It's not that madness. Vincent didn't go through that madness. How do I know this? I don't know. He went through the same madness that I went through. Too clear. Now, did he hear voices and all of that? You tell me. The poor chap was exposed to an even more harshness in some ways because, hell, he didn't even have proper nourishment. On and on and on and on. It's so very vital to take care of your body so that it's able to withstand the onslaught of reality. But he clearly was not mad. The madness he went through was to provide us with a new vision. Has it given us a new way of looking into the world? Maybe. Not enough, though. We need more. And how many more of us will there be to come to this earth and provide all of us with a new vision? So, I have no agenda. I know that I cannot provide you with a clear insight to what I'm trying to articulate. That's impossible. But it feels right to do. I don't know why. I'm going to have to speak about this again, probably. How do you come back from that? There's no coming back from seeing reality, whatever that is. Well, at least seeing the limited nature of the human being, seeing that ridiculous small consciousness, seeing how that operates. Seeing the way that works. All right, maybe let's not put it that way. Seeing the way it works, but seeing clearly that no, that doesn't work. there's no real life there. The people living in there are not even really there. They're automatic. So there you go. Robots do exist. Elon Musk does exist. Perhaps all of you will enjoy accompanying him if there's room on your way to Mars. I love you. Thank you for being here.